Hi, my Leos out there. How are you guys doing? It is August of 2018, my people. And it is time for your general reading. Okay? It's time for your general monthly reading, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this cranked out for you. See what energies we have for the month. Let me make sure a card didn't fall. Okay. All right. Guys, we're going to get this cranked out. I hope you guys have been doing well. I am your host, Super T Reader. King of Swords just reverse. Okay. I see that we have the Page of Cups. The King of Swords is reversed. The World card is reversed. The Six of Wands is reversed. And the Star card's here. And the Lover's card is reversed. The Emperor's reversed. Somebody's not ready for love. Somebody turned down an offer of love. And I feel like you turned it down. You're very cold about somebody that you guys were involved with. My Leos. And I see I have your energy here, Six of Wands reverse. We do have the Star card, which is Aquarius. We have the World card, which is Capricorn. The Lovers is Gemini. What's coming into the reading is an offer of love. But the offer of love, it looks as if somebody tried to be kind to someone. I see you were trying to help someone. You wanted them to know how much you love them. But they didn't realize it at the time. They didn't realize it at the time. They were too weak. Could have been Aries. And I feel like the person that you guys may have been offering love to, not only were they too weak to realize it, they just weren't mentally strong enough, guys. Okay? This person wasn't mentally strong enough to see what was right in front of them. They were not. I'm going to confirm with my Rider-Waite deck. I'm going to confirm with two separate decks. Lover's card, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups is reversed. Judgment card tried to come out. The Magician tried to come out also. The Lover's card is back. We've got it reversed here. Now we have the Lover's card upright. So we do have somebody that had a choice to make in love. I told you somebody turned down love. I see that somebody was trying to make a choice. My Leos, what I'm seeing here is that I feel you're still granting the opportunity to someone. I feel like you still want to offer someone your hand, almost in marriage. The Lover's card can represent romance, marriage. It can represent a family. It's like you want to be a family with someone. You want to give them everything. You want to give them all of yourself. But they're not ready to give themselves to you. They haven't realized the full potential that this relationship has. They don't realize that you're actually very good for them. This person does not realize that, my people. Okay? The King of Swords is saying no. I heard the person saying no. Yeah, the Two of Swords reversed. They made a decision at that time to say no. They turned down the offer. They weren't ready. The World card is here. They were confused. They weren't sure that you were the right one for them. This is for the relationship, guys. For the August of 2018. What is that? What is that popping out? Wanting to confirm the World. Yeah, the Justice card is reversed. Yeah. They weren't sure at the time that you were the right one for them. And that could have been a Libra. Could have been a Capricorn or a Libra. This person wasn't sure at the time that you were the one for them. Okay? And this person is not with you at this time. Whoever this is, my people, you're not with them right now. So what's coming into the reading is someone wanting to offer love, somebody wanting to offer stability, somebody offering marriage. But I feel like someone turned that offer of love down. They just turned it down. Someone offered stability, someone offered love, someone offered a life. The Ace of Pentacles, I hear it saying they offered a life. Someone had a whole life that they could have had with another person, and they decided, Two of Swords reversed, to turn it down. They just said no. There's a coldness there. This person wasn't ready to give up their player ways. They weren't ready to give up their bad behavior. They weren't. It's just karma. The Justice card says it's karmic, and unfortunately, this is something that I feel like it's going to come back and haunt them. They did not realize at the time what was right there in front of their face. It was very disappointing. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is reversed. So we have soulmate connection here. We have the King and Queen of Swords both reversed. Conversation went south real quick. This person didn't want to listen. And as a matter of fact, for many of you, the conversation may have turned angry. You may have been angry with this person. Many of you are angry with this person. You were very frustrated with them because you felt like they turned down a chance for this relationship to grow into something better. They turned down a chance for the relationship to bloom into something better. Queen of Swords is reversed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. They weren't sure what to do. It's confirming the Queen. Yeah. They put the relationship on the back burner. They did not make a final decision. And of course, this could be vice versa. So this could be my Leos out there. This person could not decide to go with you at this time. The Three of Cups reverse means they turned down an offer of love. They turned down a marriage proposal. They said no. The Three of Cups can represent a wedding proposal. It can represent they turned it down because they were in love with someone else. They turned down the offer of love because they were in love with someone else. The Lover's card in the Page of Cups said somebody was in love and they were feeling romantic towards a person and they offered them love. But the Lover's card is the overall energy said that offer of love got turned down. And I do feel that my Leos are very disappointed. You're very disappointed. You feel like it was a mistake. Many of you are like, you know what? I was the one. You made a mistake. You should have chose me. And they chose someone else instead. That's what I'm seeing. This is the energy. This is the strong energy that's coming through right now. Yeah, it is. You are disappointed. Six of Wands is reversed twice, my Leos. You're very disappointed. I feel many of you, you still feel sad over it. Your heart is still aching. And you're still a little bit tied up into this. You want to get away from the pain. It's stuck in your mind and you want to get away from it. It's like this person may have even asked you to marry them. This person may have even asked you to be a part of their life. Okay? And then something happened in the relationship and they got confused and they got cold feet and backed out. That could very well be. But this person seems to pull away. They're not ready. It's like the conversation stopped. King of Swords, Queen of Swords reverse. And the person decided to stop speaking and move on. They went away. They made a choice to run away from this. I see someone running away. Two of Swords reverse is somebody moving far away. And the Six of Swords again is somebody leaving. You both moved away from each other. The problem is your heart hasn't completely agreed with that action. Neither one of your hearts agree with this. Your mind doesn't want to do it, but your heart says it wasn't the right thing. Your mind says I don't want to, yeah, the Page of Swords reverse. And now you're just getting into stalker mode, many of you. And it could be the person that told you no. The person that turned you down, they're just watching from behind the scenes. It's like they're almost too cowardly and they feel embarrassed about walking away from you. They feel embarrassed about walking away from you. And they still have their heart's desire. Either your heart still desires them, but their heart still desires you. Lover's card, overall energy. Even after breaking up with you, this person still thinks about you. Why is the King of Swords so strong here? I cannot stop looking at the King of Swords. I cannot stop looking at the King of Swords reverse. The Star card. You're hoping. Many of you are healing. You are slowly healing. Even though this person decided to hurt you, you are healing. You're letting it go. Why can I not stop looking at the King of Swords? Because they haven't moved on. That's why. That's what I thought. They haven't moved on. There's a blockage there. They moved on as best they could. But they don't feel like, didn't I say I felt like this? They didn't feel like it was the right decision. Someone that you guys are no longer with, that you've offered love and you offered stability and someone turned it down, or they offered you love and stability and you turned it down. And I'm going to tell you, my people that are watching, my Leos, it wasn't the right decision. It's like, this wasn't the right thing. And you haven't stopped thinking about it. The last conversation was a little bit cold. This person just didn't want to, they didn't want you to know how they're feeling. They're trying to hide it. They don't want you to know anything. They're hiding their feelings. But they still look at your Facebook page. They still look at if you have Instagram, Facebook, or if you have social media, however they can watch you, they're watching you. They're asking people, they're trying to move on from the pain, but at the same time, their mind and heart, they want to move on, but their mind and heart is like, I can't forget. And it just stresses them out. They did not make the right decision, and they did not move on 100%. They didn't. They just told you that. Swords are words. They just told you that. They want you to think that. But they didn't move on completely. They haven't shut the door. Their emotions are still there because they knew they turned down the wrong thing. The love that was here was not something they should have walked away from. So this person is still, they're feeling the burn, says the Justice card reverse. The World card reverse said it's an unsuccessful, I always say it's an unsuccessful attempt to complete something. It's something that ended, but it didn't end the right way. It's unfinished business. You guys understand what I'm saying? There's unfinished business. This did not end the way a relationship usually ends for good, and you both agree with it. That would be the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords upright. But if it's reversed, this didn't end well, and it ended in a way that left you almost, it left your heart open. It did not leave you with a feeling of completion. That's why there's so much regret left. And you feel like it was a mistake, a bad choice, a folly. You feel like you shouldn't have done it. Either you or your partner, Leo, shouldn't have walked away from this. This door didn't close right. This isn't a love that you should have walked away from. I don't get to say this often. And somebody is still in their feelings about it. Many of you actually, listen guys, many of you actually signed divorce papers, knowing that you shouldn't have divorced that person. Many of you should have divorced them, but others of you signed divorce papers for something you shouldn't have signed divorce papers over. You really shouldn't have, okay? You really should not have. You shouldn't have. And many of you, you're still juggling your feelings. Either you are, or your person of interest is still juggling their feelings. I'm gonna light my candle here. Still juggling their feelings. Well, the candle wants to go out. We'll leave it. They want to go out. My candle keeps burning out. It's symbolic. You know, I see symbols in everything, if you guys don't know. It's symbolic. Somebody blew out a flame. It's supposed to be lit like these, but this flame keeps going out because somebody blew out the flame. But they shouldn't have. This candle's supposed to be lit like these two. Right? This candle is supposed to be lit. This relationship, there was just somebody it's like they suffered. Somebody didn't come out and say what they needed to say. Somebody just didn't come out and admit it. Somebody didn't fight for this. Somebody did not fight. I saw the love, but somebody did not stand up and fight for this. Just let it go. You just agreed. It's like you didn't fight for it. Justice card reverse talks about a divorce, breakup, separation. It talks about imbalance. There's an imbalance here. The World card is Capricorn. It's reverse. Again, it's an unsuccessful attempt to close the door and could get on with your life. Even though you broke up with him, says the Lover's card, you haven't moved completely on. There's too much regret. There's too much sadness. I see you trying to get away from your feelings. But you didn't. Neither did your love. Okay? They didn't. I mean, you are healing. Healing is there. No love. Healing is there. But you haven't fully healed. Keep an open mind. Let go of control issues. Codependency. Some of you are still stuck. You haven't moved on. You have not. And it's like your heart. Hangman. You're still waiting. Some of you haven't moved on. Some of you see something you didn't see before. The Hangman says, I see something I didn't catch before. I see it now as being enlightened, as waking up to some facts. I'm trying to tell you guys, the Justice card, the King of Swords reverse, is I feel like that person's like more responsible for this. I feel like when I look at the energy of the reading, whoever's represented by the King of Swords, it's like the energy is saying that this person didn't try hard enough. They let this go prematurely. This was prematurely released. And they didn't stand up and say their part. They did not stand up and speak their mind. They didn't say enough. They didn't fight for it, like I said. Okay? It's time to let go of past issues, though. If there's any chance for this to get restored, it's time to let go of past issues. I see shame. I see embarrassment. 6 of Wands reverse. I see somebody's feeling shame, embarrassment. They're feeling they are mad at themselves for allowing this to happen. They said, I should have fought for this. I should have never let this person go. Now new love is crossing their path, and you're getting ready to run into someone new, or your person of interest has obviously ran into someone new. And they're trying to make it work with them. But remember, when the 3 of Cups is reversed, it probably isn't working. There is a desire there, and there's happiness to be had. But why is the Page of Swords reversed next to the 3 of Cups? Well, next to the 9 of Cups. Because somebody, even though you can move on to new love, even though you can get what you want. Yeah. So that's not going to work out either. That person's going to get betrayed too. 3 of Swords reversed. 8 of Swords reversed. And the 10 of Cups. See, they're going to get themselves stuck back in another situation. I told you. They're going to get stuck back in another situation. And that's going to end up in divorce too. Because they were never supposed to leave and go with anybody else in the first place. How are you going to... You left one relationship and you did not shut the door properly. There was still hope for this relationship to be mended. There's still old love and hope here. And instead, you went on to new love and you tried to make that work, says the 3 of Cups reverse, because you were unhappy. You were unhappy in the first relationship. That's fine if you're unhappy. But if your heart isn't completely healed, says the World card reverse, the Justice card says you didn't stand up and do the right thing and say, let's fix this. Let's try to work it out. Let's get balance in this relationship. You just let it in. You just cut the person out because you didn't want to put the work in, says the 6 of Wands reverse. And now you're feeling embarrassed, shame, pitiful. You're feeling shame. And that next relationship, it says it's going to end up in divorce too. It's going to end up, you're still going to be unhappy. Until this phase is over, you're still going to be unhappy. You have to deal with what happened here before you can run off to someone new. I'm just telling you. So either you guys, my Leos, have new love coming, and you're still going to keep an open mind and try to move on, which is good. But at the same time, it isn't, because you still have a mentality and a mindset for somebody in the past while you still want something. There's a want and a desire to move on. Just a minute, Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty's paws are under the door, guys. I got to open the door. Anyway, I'm seeing that, the thing is, many of you, the 6 of Swords, is you're running from your feelings. Many of you are trying to run from your past mistakes. The Six of Wands reverse talks about a mistake. You're embarrassed and ashamed, and it's a mistake, because this is feeling proud, upright, getting the victory. But here you don't feel victorious. Well, you shouldn't, because it was a bad choice. The Six of Wands has come out twice. The Lover's card has come out twice. And now your eye is still peeking over here looking at somebody from the past. You don't want to admit it out loud. The Page of Swords reverses, you're not saying it out loud, but that's where your heart and mind is. In the past, you're looking back on somebody else. You still got that, you're still watching another person from behind the scenes. The Page of Swords, so you just don't want anybody to know. It's like what you're doing is you're moving on to this whole new person. New love. You've moved on to this new person, or your person of interest, they moved on to a new person. They went on and moved on. But they're still not out of this Eight of Swords reverses. You're not out of the woods yet. There's still some unhappiness with the new person, new love. Because you haven't let go of what was. That's why it says let go of control issues. You haven't let go. You're just running from your feelings. And that's going to end up in sadness and regret too. The new relationship, I don't see it working out as well. I don't see that new relationship being so good. It just says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It says they stirred your romantic feelings. If the camera will focus. Just said they got your attention, correct? They stirred your romantic feelings. You're like, oh, you noticed them, and new love is in the air. It's in the works, but I didn't say it was going to work out. You're going to get what you want. You desire someone new. Spirit says you can have them if you want them. But I didn't say that you were out of the woods yet. I didn't say that. You just want somebody new you just want someone new to help you forget about this old person. Sometimes people will move on and they'll try to leave they'll try to leave behind somebody they really didn't get along with. King of Swords reverse, Queen of Swords reverse. You know, that soulmate connection. They'll try to leave that old love behind and cut them off and go with someone new. And they don't want to think about them anymore. Two of Swords reverses, I'm moving on. But the problem is you haven't let go of the old energy. You have a blockage there. And the Knight of Pentacles reverse says you can break the bad news to the new person because you haven't moved on, says the Chariot. Your heart isn't moved on. I know my camera's going in and out of color. There we go. The Chariot says you have not fully moved on yet. You haven't even made a decision. You're still confused about what you should be doing. You just want that you're just moving on to that new person so you don't have to sit and look at the walls and sit and be by yourself. But just because new love is here, it doesn't mean that you should go to it yet. You have to clear out that old energy from the past. You have to clear it out first. You have to deal with it. The Justice card said you haven't even dealt with it properly. Did you guys hear that? It's either you, my Cancers, or your person of interest. You haven't dealt with it properly. Moving on. Struggling. You haven't dealt with it properly. King of Cups reverse, fickle. King of Cups reverse is fickle. Told you. Just because you have the opportunity, says the Magician, Three of Wands, what are you looking back for? My cards are everywhere. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. Anyway, how can you move on to new love when you haven't closed the door on the past, says the World card reverse? You haven't gotten balance and justified your actions in the first relationship, says the Justice card reverse. How are you going to do that? How is your person of interest going to move forward into something else and they still behind us? They want somebody new, but they still got their eye and they're peeking over the shoulder and peeking behind them, looking at their old lover. How are you going to do that? How can you love somebody else? King of Cups reverse, you can't. Your heart is not going to completely be with the new person. It isn't. You're still looking over the horizon at what was. You're expecting something new. At the same time, your heart isn't in with the new thing. Right? I want somebody new. I want somebody new. I want somebody new. You're not over the past. How are you going to ask for something new and you haven't fully, completely shut the door on what was? I keep telling you that. You're not finished yet, says the World card reverse. This isn't over. Not in your heart. Physically, it's over. You're not living with each other. But this isn't over yet. This is the person that you really need to be dealing with, the person that you really need to be talking to, the person that you really need to be working something out with is not this new love. It's just, you're just distracting yourself with new love. You're just distracting yourself. Your person of interest too. The Magician says, I can go. I can move. I got what it takes to move on. I understand that. But look at the Nine of Wands. You're not ready yet. You're still struggling. Nine of Wands. I told you you were. It doesn't matter. You're still struggling. Either your person of interest is still struggling with loving you and closing the door on you, or you're still struggling with moving on. You want to move on, but why you keep looking at their Facebook page? Why do you keep peeking at their Instagram? Why are they still on your brain? You're not ready yet. And the next person you get with, they're going to see it. They're going to see right through it. They're going to say, why you keep talking about this person? Why does it, you ever get with somebody new? You ever date a new person and all they talk about is their ex, that rebound energy? Have you guys ever been through that? It is annoying. You ever do that? That's this person. You ever date someone new and you could see that they haven't moved forward completely? The Knight of Wands reverse talks about somebody traveling. It could talk about traveling, but look at the energy. It's lower energy. And the Knight of Wands said you tried to move too fast, and it's still going to end up falling apart. No matter how many cards are pulled, it's still going to tell you that, people. Really, it's not meant to be. Stop trying to work on something new. It isn't time yet. Stop trying to work on it. You're not ready. I told you that, my people. Whoever this is, just stop it. You're not ready. Your personal interest is nowhere near ready. What is this? Oh my God, you need to go back to true love. Retreat to true love. This is ridiculous. So there's new love that you're keeping an open mind for, but you really need to be retreating back to true love. That's what I've been saying all along. Trying to make something new happen, but you're not ready for that. It's going to fall apart. No matter which way you look at it, you're going to be unhappy. You can't move on to something new when you haven't even shut the door on the feelings that you have for the old person. You need to deal with that and heal, and then you can move on. Because if you don't, when the new love is here and you keep an open mind, it said let go of control issues for the love card too, don't forget. Let go. Why is let go here? Because you haven't. Because true love is still here, and retreat. You're probably going to back up to them. And if you don't, this new relationship is still going to suffer because your heart isn't closed yet. Your person of interest needs to stop what they're doing. Quit trying to date someone new, because that's what they do whenever things get rough with you. That's what they do when you get an argument and you separate, and then they go run to somebody else and get up under them. Why? Because they want somebody in their path. They want somebody to occupy their brain. But at the end of the day, true love is going to take precedence over this not new love. You guys heard what I said. Your reading's done. I'm just letting you guys know. Sorry. For all of you. They're not ready yet. They're not. I'm telling you. Whoever this is, guys, there's still a weakness there. That's not the right person. It's not meant to be. Three of Pentacles reverse means if it's a relationship, it means it's not meant to be. Okay, stop trying to work it out. Codependency, you're still stuck. Deal with it. Your reading's done. My Leos, I'm going to get this up for you. I am wishing you love and light and peace, blessings and strength. I am your host, Super Chi Reader, and I will see my people again.